Do you want to impress corporate clients? Well, Kerry from Kalisan is with us again this week, and she shows us how to make 4 very different designs using the same technique. Stay tuned. Hello, Greg from Blue Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, we're joined by Kerry from Kalisan.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Good. Just had a coffee. I'm feeling all fired up. Right. We've got a column here. The last show, you showed effectively, it was kind of a column, just different sized balloons.
Yes.
But this is a column, and this is probably more for the corporate world. Is that right?
Yeah, so I wanted to show a simple design. By just changing the sizes, you can have lots of different styled columns that are great for corporate, like car showrooms, shop openings, and we've done them all the same colour, so you can see the uniform. But yeah, again, really quick, easy recipes to repeat and get out the door. So
this is exactly the same as the last show in that we're using the oak tree stands, but you can use heavier stands and bases and things, particularly if it's going outdoors, you'd need to. 100%,
and that is one thing that I can't stress enough is if you are putting something outside, you need to think about the weather, you need to think about how it's attached, because you are liable if the wind took it and it caused an accident and things like that. So you do have to look at the environment and make sure that you've got public liability and stuff like that for when you're doing corporate events.
And this stand, we'll point out, is absolutely not designed for outside at all.
No.
You can add water to it, makes it a bit heavier, but that's just to make it a little bit more stable in an inside environment.
Yeah, inside, perfect, no problems at all.
Yeah.
But
so we just basically got the stand, you did duplets, made them into quads, and then just put them on there and spiraled as you went.
Yeah, so really simple. As long as you can tie a duplet together, which you've got plenty of shows showing.
Yeah, we've done that a bit,
then you can do this.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's just inspiring people, because I think unless you see it, you don't think you can do it.
Yeah.
But it is simple. It's literally one cluster is going one side of the pole and the other and locking in.
Yeah.
And then just moving the balloon around to make a spiral. Again, you could change the colours and change the pattern by just changing the position of the balloon.
So what colour duplets did you have to do this?
So on this one, we have the Kalisan denim with the Aura Ice Blue.
So that was one duplet?
Yep. Okay. And then I've got the Mirror Space Grey with the Aura Ice Blue again.
Okay.
So that's why there's 2 spirals of that, and then one of each of the others.
You put the first one on, put the other one on.
And then you just move it round
and just
by one space each time. And as easy as that.
Attach that onto the top.
But you could even do it as easy as having 4 denim, 4 space grey, 4 Aura Ice Blue, and then you've got a completely different look again.
Yeah, yeah.
But the pattern
you can do
and
zigzags,
the technique is exactly the same.
You can do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a very basic column, but using the same techniques, you've come up with something else. Now, I don't want to use, normally at this stage, everybody, we do something called the clicky finger thing, but we're not going to do that.
No.
We're gonna do something else.
Okay.
We're gonna try the magic touch. So we've both got to touch the balloon at exactly the same time. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Oh! Actually, that worked quite well. I'm quite pleased with that. So what have you done here? This looks far more complicated.
It's not. It's still again 4. So what we've actually got down the bottom here, we've started with 4 of the 5-inch.
Okay.
And then it's 2 5-inch, 2 11-inch.
Oh, okay.
And then repeated all the way up. So again, I can probably show you here.
Okay.
So that's your 4.
Yep.
And then that's your next 4.
Okay. So which were these duplets? Was it a 5-inch and one of the bigger ones?
No, I did the 2.
Okay, so it's just one. Just build them on top of each other like that.
As easy as that. And then it's just making sure you pack it down so you can't see a gap and it sits nice and...
Does this style have a name?
No, because this style is actually used a lot for Christmas trees, because they downsize it and then you can get a nice point at the top.
Oh, okay.
So there's lots of different ways of using the same technique for different occasions as well. But this is quite nice if someone hasn't got a big space. This one's quite flat.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice. Again, you could change this and put a number on.
Should we show everybody the flatness of it?
Yeah.
Just look at that. So that's quite good for smaller spaces. Right. We're going to have to do the magic touch again because I want something even better.
Oh, okay. Ready?
3, 2, 1, go. Wow, look at that.
So this is actually one of my favourites.
I like this.
I think the mirror space grey in this actually looks like a chrome
Yeah, it is absolutely
metal, doesn't
fantastic. It does look like it's actually metal.
And again, that's just for 160s, which is really cheap to actually make. But
we've done shows before showing that technique of
looks so
ruffling them
classy.
around. But so again, 4, 4, 4, 4, and then you've added
just a couple of duplets in. I've done it at the top of the
things
bottom,
there.
so it's nice and uniformed there.
Yeah.
But again, the good things about these columns is because they're all air-filled, they're going to last weeks. You shine them, they will last ages.
So you've shined this, you can see that it's shined one side and the other side's not as shiny.
Yeah.
But they look absolutely stunning when they're shiny.
And the thing is, if you were in a car promotion, car garage promotion, these are perfect.
Yeah.
Drop them off once and they're going to look like this in a week's time.
Yeah.
So this is why corporate really like classic designs.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can keep on mixing up the colours depending on the season of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
But if their brand has a particular colour,
you
can just keep doing the same, but different designs, different colours.
Yeah, because there's brand new cars coming out with car colours.
Yeah.
So you could put that to the new car colour. I mean, this is very chrome, which you see a lot on cars now.
Yeah.
So, it's when you're pitching your work, you need to think about the client and what their needs are. And then it would be more something like this that would last and help promote and help their sales as well.
Okay, so I've been in the industry 5 years. Mm-hmm. I've done mainly organic.
Yes.
I now know how to do this technique and know that companies are more likely to want this style.
Yeah.
We talked about car garages there. How do I get in? What do I say? What do I do? Who do I talk to? Do I send an email? Do I pick up the phone? What do I do?
Look, in anything you do, there's always going to be days when someone will shut a door or it's not the right time to speak to them because they could be busy with other stuff going on. You have to just try again. So try an email. If you don't get an email, don't take that as a negative rejection. Just think, they could be busy that day. Go down there, show some pictures, tag them on your Instagram.
Okay.
And things like that. Ask them if they would mind if you came down and did a balloon by their car for you to use for your social medias and things like that. Talk to people. 9 times out of 10, people will help if you explain why you're doing it. And, even if you went down and did one for free, material-wise, it's not going to cost you that much.
You know what? I quite like the idea.
But return could be massive.
It's like if you say to a garage, listen, guys, really sorry, but I've got a request. I'm a balloon decorator locally. And I want to be able to, I've done a really lovely design, but I'd like to take some pictures of it in a car showroom, and your showroom is obviously the cleanest, the nicest, the best, whatever. Do you mind if I just bring it down?
Yeah.
And take a couple of photos, and I'll tag you and everything. So they think it's just doing a favour.
Yeah.
And of course you get something like this in there, and they might, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Or we all know someone that's got a nice car, right? Just ask them if they don't mind driving it somewhere and you positioning that with it and showing it. It's like sometimes you have to show people for them to actually see they actually want to buy that or want that. So when you see balloons outside a shop or in a car garage, what do you think? There's a celebration. Something is going on.
Yeah.
And that naturally makes people want to come into the store to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
So why not use that and say to them, look, by having balloons, it will encourage more people into the store.
Yeah, absolutely. This is all very nice.
Okay.
I want to see something
more
better.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. And there is the last one.
Can you see what the difference is?
It's the same colours.
Yes.
Go on.
It's a 5 rather than a 4. So it's a 5 twist.
So you've got 5 balloons per layer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the difference is with this one, we've got 2 of the mirror space grey sat next to each other. Then a denim.
Yeah.
And then 2 azure.
Okay. So how do you do that? Because on the last ones you did 2, 2, 2, 2.
Yeah.
So what would you do here?
So this one we put 2 mirror space greys with a denim and make 3.
Okay.
So then that slots one way, and then the 2 azure ice blue the other way, and slot down.
And then you just keep pressing them down.
Yep.
So you've got different sizes here. So what are the sizes? Do you know?
Oh, you're testing me.
I am testing you.
You are testing me a lot on this one.
Oh, sorry.
How about I have written them down so we can add them to here.
Okay. We'll put them on the screen.
Yes.
Because Kerry doesn't know. All right, but basically, you've changed the sizes, gone big, small, small, big, and put that one on top. But it's all the same, essentially.
Still very simple, technique. Because these three are the same as these three, and these three, and these the same as well.
And what do you charge for these? I know we've talked a lot about pricing. What would these, I don't know if you used the pricing tool to figure it out, but what would you sell something like this for?
The thing is, these hold really good perceived value.
Yeah.
And that's something that's really important when pricing is you price up what your materials cost, you price up your time and everything else and your overheads and stuff. And sometimes these come out less than what you think. Yeah. So I priced up the first one that we did and that came out at £57 roughly. But actually, I wouldn't be looking at anything less than 65, 70. When you say that it's going to last like a few weeks in their showrooms or, you know, corporates.
I know, that's the other thing with corporates. It's like, go back to what is your wow worth? You fill the showroom of shiny cars with shiny balloons. What's that wow worth?
Yeah.
And that's what you should be charging. So you might do the pricing tool. It might come out as 50, 60, 70 quid. But would a corporate pay 110 per column?
Yeah, they would.
Don't undersell yourself.
No.
Yeah.
And that's where we talk about packages sometimes. Have a price for one, and then maybe do a two to encourage them to spend that little bit more.
Yeah.
Years ago, when Phones for You were around, I actually did it where we put an arch outside the front of their store, and we got them to use a clicker the week before with no arch.
Yeah.
And then the clicker once the arch was there, and it actually tripled the amount of people that went through their door.
Really?
Because, like I said, people see it as a...
Oh, there must be something going on. Save some
What's
money
going on? Like, is there a new phone release? Is there a new... Like, I want to be involved.
Yeah.
And that's why most people, when they see balloons, they smile and they think celebration.
All right, well, let's get them all back, shall we? I think we'll do a clicky finger thing for that.
Yes,
you
let's
ready?
do it.
3, 2, 1. Hey, and there we are. So this is all of them. When you see them all side by side, they look amazing. They look really great.
Which one is your favourite?
I do like this one. Although I do like a spiral. The spiral in that finish of balloon looks amazing.
But isn't it amazing how just using the same balloons can come up with such different designs?
I know, yeah. Well, Kerry, thank you so much for that. I know as a guest on BMTV, you get to ask everybody the question of the week. So the question of the week this week is...
Out of the new Aura colours, what is your favourite?
Okay. What's your favourite Aura? Aura colour. What's your favourite Aura colour balloon? What's that? Yeah. What's your favourite Aura colour balloon? That's what we're going to go with.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Kerry, thank you. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do and hit the bell icon. You'll be notified every single time we upload a new show. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok where the fun stuff happens. Be happy and positive. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.